Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta. What ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto's Family Chose Him Over Prophecy. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Polo Uchiha channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 2 months prior to the QB attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato, as we go towards the Hokage office, where we see Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage, was currently winding up his paperwork. And as he was finishing up with the paperwork, we see suddenly there was a knock on the door of the office and in came 2 people. Huh? Oh, Hiruzen-sama. Sensei, it's a surprise? What can I do for you? Well, kid, we need to talk to you about something. Alright. I'm almost done with the paperwork. Is it important or can it wait? It can wait. Finish up the paperwork first. And we gotta go then to your home. It can't be discussed here. It's private, said Jiraiya as Hiruzen nodded. Alright. I'll meet you guys outside within an hour or so. And so an hour later, Minato met with them outside the Hokage office in the evening, and so they went towards his house, which was located in the midst of a huge clan compounds of the different clans, with the Uzumaki swirl proudly displayed on it. And currently inside was resting Kushina Uzumaki, who was heavily pregnant as she had a huge bump on her belly. Ah, Minato, you're back. As Kushina has used her chakra to summon clones who are doing the housework and chores for her in their slim form, while she, being a pregnant lady, was resting. As Minato then said, I told you I can get you some maids, Kushina, but you didn't listen. I don't trust anyone with these, you know? And besides, I can summon clones. As that is when she noticed that Jiraiya and Hiruzen were there as well. Oh, Jiraiya. Hiruzen-sama, it's a surprise. I did not knew you were visiting. It's alright, Kushina. How's your health? Asked Hiruzen. I'm doing fine. When is the due date? It's still a few months left, said Kushina. I see. Well, what is it that you wanted to talk about? Said Minato as the 3 of them settled down alongside with Kushina in the living room. I told you about a prophecy a long time ago, remember, Minato? Yes, I remember something akin to that. It's important, Minato. I told you to not forget about that. Well, you see, Sensei and I have been discussing about it, and I think it might be time that the prophecy might begin. What do you mean by that, Sensei? Since when? And how did you know? It is said that when 2 power figures, red and blue, yellow, would have a child in Konoha, that is when the tides of the elemental nations will change. And it depends upon the child's choices entirely. And the fate of the whole elemental nation and shinobi will rest upon his shoulders. Something akin to that. Remember? Yeah, I guess a little bit. So, who do you think it is? Have you found out about it? I think it is you, too. And your child is going to be the child of prophecy. What? Said Kushina as she immediately sat straight. Kushina, you don't need to strain yourself. No. It's alright. My child. It would be the child of prophecy. That is why I want you to make sure that you're taking extra precautions and measures to make sure nothing happens, either to Kushina or to the child. I'll be trying my best to cover up as much as I can of any rumors spreading about you two, making sure it dies down and no noise is spread out through the rest of the elemental nation. And Sensei would make sure the same thing but within the village. I see. So now what? Now we wait until the child is born, and then we can determine if he is the child of prophecy or not, said Hiruzen. He will be, Sensei. Alright, if you say so, Jiraiya. And so both of them left, leaving Minato and Kushina alone to themselves. I can't believe this, said Kushina. What do you mean by that, Kushi-chan? I don't want my children to suffer such fate. Why do they have to be the one to have such a burden on their shoulders? It could be any other child or any other person out there. Why them? It could be a guess, Kushina. And besides, We didn't tell them that we're going to have triplets. Of course we didn't. Minato, remember our promise before I got pregnant and even before we married? Of course. What was it then? Tell me. Fine, Kushina. It was that we would, no matter what happens, never make our child or children suffer the same pain that we felt. The pain of loneliness, the pain of being orphaned, and the pain of being ignored, like we have been as children. I don't want this prophecy to be that, to be the source of pain to any one of my kids. I understand, Kushina, and I promise you, when the time comes, I will be there with you, alongside you, protecting our kids. And so now we see a few months passed and the due date came. Minato alongside with Kushina were attacked, but this time Bibaku and the others were prepared, alongside with Minato being extra cautious and taking shinobis. So the masked person cautiously attacked but still got caught, and in the end, before he could reach Minato and Kushina, he had to escape because the Anbus were alerted. Well, Minato and Kushina were able to welcome easily, without any problem, the three kids. Menma and Mito, both of them who had red hair, and then Naruto who had blonde hair and blue eyes, within the three of them, with 3 whisker marks on each side of their face. And all 3 of them, they were exactly like one another, as triplets would be. Menma, Mito, and Naruto, said Minato. As he said those names, Kushina smiled, but her smile turned into a painful gleam as she screamed because the seal was acting up. What is going on, Minato? It's the seal. It's destabilizing. What is wrong with that? I don't know. Remember when Mito-sama said that the female Jinchuriki seal is close to being broken when she is giving birth? Kushina's situation was different. She has triplets, and because of that we took extra precautions. Damn it, I should have been thoughtful of that. Minato, we need new Jinchurikis, and fast. And so Minato, realizing what Kushina was saying, understood and began to prepare Menma, Mito, and Naruto to be turned into Jinchuriki. He very carefully was able to do what nobody else was able to do. He split it 40% chakra each and placed them within the seals of Menma and Mito, while the soul was stripped from its chakra and sealed within Naruto, while the 20% remained within Kushina to make sure that she was able to stabilize and was able to live through this extraction. Obviously, she was pale and weakened to the point that she was passed out, cold, and Bibaku and the others were trying their best to stabilize. Kushina is stabilized though, Minato, but I must say, whatever you did has taken a toll on her body. It will take her months, if not an year or so, before she can be able to walk again. I understand. And so now we see, after that, Minato took a leave for a year and was now the one taking care of the household chores and of Kushina and their kids. It was a nightmare for Minato, but he would not trade it for a single day for any other thing else. And after a year or so have passed and Minato was closing near to his joining years, he felt quite sad that he would not be able to, hear the first words of his kids, because Kushina would be the one in charge now. Talking about Kushina, she was much more healthier now, capable of walking around in the homes and doing some stuff. All the while Minato was trying his best to make sure that she took it easy. As on the other side, Minato has been given the charge back again by Hiruzen as he arrived alongside with Jiraiya once more. Well, Minato, you'll be joining from tomorrow onwards, I hope. Yes, seems like you already gotten tired, Hiruzen-sama. You do know that I was the previous Kage, and I passed that job down for a few reasons. One, that I was old. Second, that I hated paperwork. And besides, you're quite efficient with it. Yeah, I have my own few secrets. And you wouldn't trade them, would you? Nope. Well, so how is the child? Or children, I might say. It's quite a surprise that you kept that a secret. We wanted to surprise you, Sensei. I see. So who is the Jinchuriki? Actually, all of them are. What? I split it at the Biju. As Minato explained to them what he has done, and they were quite shocked and impressed. I must say, kid, I am certainly impressed. Your fine arts. and their concepts have gotten so better that you were able to draft seals and was able to strike the beach without killing Kushina. That in itself says quite a lot about your talents, Minato. It's just a shame that you were not meant to be the child of prophecy. Your son or daughter would be. About that, Sensei, don't you think it's quite early? I mean, they're just born and a year old or so. As both Jiraiya and Hiruzen looked towards one another and blinked. Well, that is correct, but I hope that maybe I could determine, Sensei. Sorry for interrupting, but I think it would be better if, we postpone this. I mean, until the children grew up and, begin to show their talents. Don't you think that would be bad? Then that it would make sense? As Hiruzen stroked his beard, Jiraiya Minato is not wrong. This makes a lot of sense, actually. Well, if you two say so, fine, we can wait a few more years. When they reach at the age of 6, 2 years before they begin the academy, I will come by again. Alright. That is doable. And so, for the next 5 years, Minato was now in relief because he was going to spend some quality time with his family. And as time began to pass by, we see the 3 kids begin to show their talents as they grew up. And now we're beginning to be trained like any other clan head child at the age of 4. As all the 3 of them had 2 more years, but within those 2 years, the 3 of them showed extreme amount of talents. The only one who was a little bit lagging behind was Naruto because of the QB soul seal within him that was interrupting his chakra pathways and messing up with his chakra network. But Naruto was still able to battle through it and was catching up with his Neisan and Neisan. As now we see, it was dinner time and 2 years have passed, as Naruto was a little bit sad that he had failed to win a single spar against his siblings. Come on, Naruto, cheer up. It's not like it's the end of the world. Next time, if you work hard enough, you'll be able to beat us. Yeah, and besides, we're not going easy on you. We're going hard on you because we know that it will help you and motivate you. Yeah, I'm happy about that. It's just, I don't know. As Minato then arrived, come on, Naruto, no need to be sad like this, young man. Yeah, I guess you're right, Dojan. Naruto, enough with that grumpy face. As they begin to all laugh and chuckle about that, we see there was a knock on the door. As Minato tensed and went to the door and opened, only to find the worst thing that he has been waiting for. Sensei. Good to see you here. Well, kid, good to see you too. As Hiruzen walked in behind him. Hello, Minato. Hello, Hiruzen-sama. Didn't expect to see you too as well. Well, you do knew that we would be coming here today 5 years ago. Yeah, it must have slipped my mind. You are the Kage. It is your job to remember everything. But I guess this much is allowed. And so, the both of them entered inside following Minato as the kids got up and introduced themselves. Greetings, Kage-sama. I'm not the Kage anymore, kid. but to me, you were the greatest Kage, said Minato. I mean, Menma. I see. Good to know then. Are you a pervert? Said Mito, looking towards Jiraiya. What? As she face-palmed, mother says you're a pervert. What? Kushina? Why would you say that to your own kids? Because you are, Jiraiya-sama. You and your habits. If Tsunade-sama would have been here, she would have set you straight by now. As Jiraiya flinched. No, she would not have. I mean, I don't need to be set straight. Well, regardless, we're here for an important discussion. How about you send the kids upstairs into their room, hopefully. And so, the 3 of them were told to go upstairs as Menma and Mito and Naruto arrived. As Menma was pacing back and forth. We have to go and listen what they're talking about. What? No, Nissan. Oh, come on, Mito. You want to know as well. What about you, Naruto? I guess we should go and listen if you want to, said Naruto with a smile of his own. See, Naruto agrees with that. Seriously, you two. You're gonna get in trouble. And so the 3 of them sneakingly arrived towards the staircase, which were right next to the TV sitting area where they all were currently having a heated discussion. What do you mean by that, Minato? I thought you said that you needed some time. Time to see who is the one who is a prodigy. I have been training them like any other. Basic trainings and whatnot, Sensei. I don't think that right now is the current time to decide which one of them is or which one of it isn't. We have already wasted enough time as it is, Minato, said Jiraiya. As Hiruzen agreed and continued, we need to choose the child of prophecy. Otherwise, if it is delayed, the whole shinobi world might be suffering because of that. Why must it be my son or daughter who has to go through such tough trials to become the child of prophecy? It's one of them. And we want you to focus on him and solely him or her. And that is why tomorrow I will be holding a sparring session just to see or narrow down which one it could be. What do you mean by that? Look, I have a plan. We'll be taking those 2 of them out of 3 who are stronger than the last one after the sparring session. And after that, those 2 will stay there and train until they're of the age of graduation. And then they will return, but only to get their headband and return back to their training. And you 2 will be alongside them. What about my other son or daughter or child who would remain behind? He would be watched over by us, by people of Konoha and by the Kage. He will be given a stipulation, a payment each and every month for rations as well as for other stuff. No, I don't want to. If we have to train the child of prophecy, it can be done here. No, kid. It needs to be done at Mount Miyaboku. As the 3 of them who listened to this suddenly heard that Naruto going upstairs, as Mito followed suit after grabbing Menma. As the 3 of them arrived upstairs, Naruto was seated there, with a frown on his face. Come on, Naruto, you don't need to be sad. Besides, I'm pretty sure that we're not gonna go anyway. Mother and father are going to decline. Right? Said Mito. Yeah, of course. It's alright, guys. I'll be happy if you became strong and became the child of prophecy. It's a great honor, I guess. No, Naruto. The greatest honor for us is to be together. Remember, Inuzumaki never leaves one of their own behind. Said Menma with a smile on his face, as Mito nodded, as Naruto smiled. But they knew that something was about to change. In the next morning, there was a sparring session held between the 3 of them and an obstacle course was prepared. Menma was able to do quite good. Mito was only a little bit second off behind him, and then came Naruto, who was off by 5 seconds at best, and a little bit wounded as well because he was bruised by one of the obstacles. As after that was the sparring session, and Naruto lost each and every one of the spars. He came close to beating Menma and Mito in 2 of them, but they, because of their stable chakra control, were able to easily overpower them. Why? Because they wanted to hold back, but Naruto told them not to. As this was said and done, we see Naruto got up and was bandaged up on his shoulder. Let me look at that wound, son, said Minato. It's not that deep, just a gash. Do you feel any pain? It's fine, Tojan. It's fine. I'm fine. And that is when we see Jiraiya arrive. Well, I guess that narrowed down the search. Sorry, kid, but you have to remain behind. As Naruto nodded, while looking down with a sad smile on his face, holding back his tears. Well, I wish you best of luck, Nissan. Nathan, wait! Where do you think you're going, Naruto? If you're not leaving with us, then we're not leaving without him. What? What do you mean by that? You guys are going to be trained in the Mount Miyaboku, something that even I rarely got to do. And not only that, you two are going to become Toadsaids. Don't wish to become that? You'll be far surpassing me and your father in legacy terms. If we have to surpass, we will surpass together. Otherwise, we won't. You rather remain here with your brother, become mediocre. What? Said Kushina. You said that my son is a mediocre? His skills are mediocre as best. They're not prodigal. Not everyone is a prodigy, Sensei. You yourself wasn't. You have told me that story, remember? Said Minato. I did not expect this from you, Minato. And I don't expect this disrespect again. But I didn't forget that I was not a prodigy, and I worked hard for that. Do you think Naruto would be able to keep up with the training that I did? Of course he will. If he wishes to, that is. See, this is the problem. You're too lenient, said Hiruzen, I have been harsh on my son Asuma, and he turned out great. As Minato then said, listen to me and listen to me well, both of you. I respect what you're doing. I respect the both of you, but I will stand by my family and we won't leave one of our own behind. Fine, I guess, Minato. And so, Jiraiya, a little bit pissed off, left with Hiruzen. As after that, Minato's life was slowly started to turn into hell because the council meetings, each and every time Hiruzen would blurt out the only things, and the council was now slowly beginning to turn their heads towards Minato and were now chanting the same thing and stuff that Hiruzen was muttering to them. It got so bad that by the age of 10, 4 more years later, we see Naruto, who has gotten better and at least was a Genin level shinobi, while his siblings have gotten Chunin level shinobis. Things have gotten bad, as Minato was back at home and he had a frown on his face as he rubbed his temples. Is everything alright, Dojan? Asked Naruto. No, Naruto. Everything is not right, son. They got Daimyo involved, Kushina. What? Why is Daimyo listening to them? The fate of the whole elemental nation rests upon supposedly our kids' shoulders, and even the Daimyo wants to make sure that Land of Fire is at least able to survive. And he thinks it's a great honor that the child of prophecy is to be born into my family. I did not ask for this. Neither did I. We had normal kids. We want them to have a normal life. And if they want to follow our footsteps as a shinobi in Konomichi, then we would rather make them strong enough so that they would be able to protect themselves and live a peaceful life at best. But this is way beyond them. Way beyond anyone. As Menma and Mito then said, it's either all of us or none of us. As Mito nodded, as Naruto looked at them, but you guys, you have to understand that Naruto, as your big brother, shut up. It's done decision. It's all of us or none of us. And so, begrudgingly, Hiruzen decided to let Naruto in. And so for the next 3 years, the training began. And Menma and Mito showed extreme amount of results while Naruto learned slowly and patiently. As Jiraiya and the others, especially Gamabunta, focused on the other two kids, as Minato and Kushina were also trying their best to focus on them since they were there, and Naruto allowed them that because they always stood by his side. As that is when Pa and Ma, the two elder Toad Saids, then arrived near him. Naruto boy, what are you doing here alone? Everyone is resting. Oh, I'm just trying to, catch up to them, Fukusaka-sama. It's alright, little one. You can call me Pa. Yes, and you can call me Ma as well, kid. How about we help you out with the training? And so, Naruto's training with both the elder Toads began. And they were helping the young one to form a great and strong foundation. Naruto, in a rush to catch up with his siblings from the beginning, had been overlooking a lot of small details that could have helped him. And in the end, with the help of Pa and Ma, they did, as Naruto was the first one to achieve perfect chakra control, and not only that, activate the Uzumaki adamantium chains, which Kushina was quite proud about. Even his own siblings, as they even said, I'm kind of jealous, Naruto. We have been busting our ass and you're the first one to awaken them. As Naruto then said, I'll help you how to do that. You know what? I'll be glad if you do so. Yes, you should, Naruto, because Menma and Mito are important and they need to have that ability as well, said Jiraiya, as Naruto nodded. And so that is how the training went until at the age of 15, they arrived finally back at Konoha. The Chunin exams have not been had yet, and the time was now, as Sunagakure alongside many other villages were invited. Naruto as well as his siblings were going to participate. Jiraiya wanted them to participate individually, but Minato made sure that they were all participating as a team, Team Uzumaki. And so, once they entered, they dominated. Within a single day, they all got the scrolls and entered inside the tower. But as soon as Naruto was about to set a foot in, Naruto halted. Naruto? As Naruto made a clone. Go on ahead. I'll be back. But where are you going? I sense something. As Naruto then dashed at blinding speeds As he closed his eyes, focusing on the chakra signatures as he opened them, they were those of toads, because Naruto has mastered the toad state chakra as well. As soon as he arrived, from where the distress came from, he saw that an Uchiha girl was wounded and almost tied up, as a huge elongated neck, almost like a snake, was about to bite her. As Naruto launched his adamantium chain straight through the neck, piercing it, causing the man to fall down, and from the face a new man emerged. As Naruto realized who it was with narrowed eyes, Orochimaru. As there, two girls were laying unconscious now, one black-haired one, while the other one had pink hair, and a black-haired kid was standing there. Who are you? I'm on your side. I'm from Konoha. Team Uzumaki. We have to get out of here. That is not a normal Genin. That is Orochimaru, one of the rogue Sanis. What? As that is when we see the black-haired kid, eyes were widened. And so Naruto said, pick up one of them. I'll pick the other. And so Naruto picked up the black-haired girl that was nearby, as the black-haired kid picked up the pink-haired one, as the two of them dashed as fast as they could, while the man stood and watched. Interesting. Uzumaki using adamantium chains. So Minato has indeed returned. So the rumors were true. Impressive. I am certainly impressed. As now we see, once they arrived, Naruto found out both of his siblings were standing there. What are you two doing? We've been waiting for you. Where did you go? I sensed they were in trouble. I went to help them out. And so once entering inside, we see Naruto then look towards Mito. Nesan, can you use your healing ninjutsu? Fine. And using her healing ninjutsu that she mastered from her mother, Mito was able to heal the girls. As soon as this got up, the black-haired one looked towards Naruto and almost blushed. It's alright. I'm from Konoha as well. And you're okay now. Nesan, said the black-haired one. Sasuke. As that is when we see the black-haired girl stood up and looked towards Naruto. Thank you very much, Naruto-san. My name is Satsuki Uchiha, and this is my little brother Sasuke. My name is Mito Uzumaki no Mikaze. This is my older brother, Menma Uzumaki no Mikaze, and this is my younger brother who saved you, Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze. Thank you, Naruto, said Sasuke. It's alright, Sasuke. It's a glad thing that I have sensory abilities and I was able to sense. Because the guy you were facing was not a Genin, it was a rogue Sanin. A rogue Sanin? You mean Orochimaru? Yes, Nesan, it was Orochimaru. Naruto cut it off his neck, and even after that, a person came out of his mouth. Like a snake, shedding its skin. As the three of them shuddered, as after that, the Hokage arrived, which was their own father. Kids, what happened? As Naruto explained everything, as Jiraiya and the other council members were called, and they were on high alert. And soon it was discovered, because Jiraiya was also there, that what has transpired. As now we see, Konoha Crush, before it could begin, was ended. Why? Because Minato changed everything. Instead of preliminary rounds that were scheduled, they were now finals. And they had to compete in finals, giving no chance for their plan to work that has been drawn out and made for months of preparation. All went to waste. Orochimaru in haste decided to attack Minato, exposing his cover, and he was taken down. And that is how Konoha Crush was prevented and the kids made to tune in. And after that we see they went along doing a lot of missions, as well as sometime co-op missions with Team 7 and other teams. And that is how the Uzumakis were making friends with Team Inoshikacho as well as Team Kurenai and even Guy. And out of Team Guy, Tenten had taken a liking to Menma and is thinking. Same could be said for, well, Sasuke, who has taken a liking to Mito as well. As for Naruto, unbeknownst to him, he's the one who got the most attention out of them. As well as Satsuki, and then there was Hinata. These three have head over heels fallen for him. Why? Because of his gentle personality as well as him saving them on multiple times. As in the finals, Neji and Hinata faced, Naruto saved her from death because Neji was going for the kill. And Naruto also healed her using the healing chakra that he copied from his sister until the medics came. And that in itself spoke about a lot about his character, as the people were won over by him due to this gesture. As after that we see, as for Ino, Naruto has saved their team on a co-op mission, especially her, and carried her bridal style back to the base. And this was more than enough for her to find her Prince Charming. As now we see, there was a girls' night out at the Choji Akamichi family restaurant, where we see Ino, Satsuki, Sakura, as well as the others were gathered alongside with Mito. So let me get this straight. You three like my little brother. Hey, you like my little brother as well? That is not the same thing. Of course it is. As Satsuki yelled out, sorry about that. It's fine. Hey, I like your brother as well, said Tenten. But that's the other brother, the older one. He's kind of brash. What do you like about him? He thinks my weapons are nice. And the way I throw them is as well, said Tenten with a blush on her face. Always has to be a weapon with you, huh, Tenten? And so they were gossiping about the boys, while on the other side the boys were just chilling and relaxing, enjoying a steam in bath. As after that we see the parents of the said girls, who have been hounding Minato about the political marriage and alliance stuff. And since Naruto had three, partners to choose from, Kushina came up with an idea. Since they needed to regrow their clan and Naruto was the one with the most, partners out of the three of them, so for Naruto, it was CRA that was allowed. And Naruto, once he was found out about this, was shocked. What? But why, Kachan? Well, Naruto, we do want a happy and big family, but why three of them? Hey, I told you, remember, never breaks a girl's heart. And those three girls, they wish to break their heart? I raised you better than that, son. I apologize about that. And so, Naruto's life took a twisted turn alongside his siblings because their political marriages were already arranged, because they were reaching at the age of 16. While on the other side, Jiraiya has been sent to investigate a phenomenon that has been going on. After the failed Chunin exams attack, Suna returned and apologized. But that is when their Jinchuriki was attacked and went missing, only to be later found dead. Same thing has been happening with other villages and Jinchurikis, and this got Minato worried and sent Jiraiya to investigate. And that is when Fukusaka appeared with coordinates and a distressful message. Jiraiya has died fighting against the Akatsuki. As after that, Minato, being Minato, was able to crack the coordinates immediately while being sad, and what he found out shocked him. The Akatsuki members, from his book, The Tale of the Gallant Sage, were the villains who were on to world domination and whatnot. Jiraiya has left a cryptic message, making it visible to Minato that they were the threat. They were the ones that they need to defeat. And so, Minato called for a Kage summit and informed them of what Jiraiya has discovered and what has been going on. And so, understanding Minato's worries, the others putting aside their hatred, did decide to form an alliance. And just by then, appeared the masked person claiming to be Madara, declaring war upon them. Now they were preparing for war, and the Shinobi Alliance was made. More than 50,000 Shinobis and Konoichis combined were there, and Team Uzumaki was there as well, and they performed way too much well for their own good, because they were able to take down each and every one of them in their path together, as well as protect their own and their newfound friends. By doing so, Naruto and the others didn't notice that Naruto has saved a lot of other girls as well, such as Mei Terumi herself, who was an adult but had her heart skipped a beat like a schoolgirl. And then there was Kuretsuchi, and later on it was Mabui herself from Kumo, the assistant of the Raikage, and Temari, the sister of Gaara, who has died. As this was going on, Naruto has been able to take on the Akatsuki head-on alongside with his siblings and friends, dealing with them until they took Naruto down and stole the Biju's soul and revived the Ten Tails, the only missing part that they needed. As Menma and Mito were devastated, alongside many of the other girls who were pissed off and were now dealing with the Akatsuki like they were swift assassins, and their victims were just that, targets, civilian targets, and that is how Akatsuki were being beaten. until Naruto met with a sage who gave him the sun and the moon seal and his own chakra and sent him back. As Naruto arrived, by some miracle he woke up. He then didn't hesitate to jump into the battle, and instead of making Madara the 10 tails complete of it, Naruto, using his adamantium, cut off the connection to its head and used his own self to form a connection, as Naruto was given enough time to form the perfect connection and became the 10 tails Jinchuriki. Now Zetsu was the one who was enraged. He knew what he had to do, so he tried to attack Naruto, only for him to be the one who was killed, because Naruto, using the newfound Sage of the Six Paths powers, was able to easily take him down. And once taken down, he was defeated and killed. And as for Madara, he too was taken down. And this way, the Shinobi Alliance was able to easily win over the war between them and an organization with a lot of Zetsu army that were defeated. After that, the Shinobi Alliance celebrated, and it was confirmed that there would be no war amongst them, and all the trading routes would be open, and the peace would be pursued. And now we see came a twist, because Naruto, who was already having a hard time handling his 3 girlfriends slash fiancés, which were Hinata, Ino, as well as Satsuki Uchiha, now was suddenly bombarded with many others who had joined his CRA because his mother allowed them to. Why? The more the merrier, she said. As Naruto, his siblings gave him sympathetic looks because he was going to have a lot of trouble now. Because joining his harem was Maid Terumi, Kurtsuchi, Temari, as well as Mabui from Kumo, the assistant of Raikage herself. As Naruto gulped, as his father tried to cheer him up, well, think of the bright side, son. Now we have an alliance with every village. Dad, you're not helping at all. I'm sorry, son. It's okay, father. I guess I'll just take it as a man then. Of course, son. As after that we see Naruto was in for a wild ride, as this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Bolochia channel as well. I had this wild idea I needed to make, so yeah, I got that off my chest. So if you have any more wild ideas, suggest them in the comment section down below. As this is it for the day, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.